Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
It is sometimes so hard to believe that you have been through so much at such a young age.
I think I look younger than I am.
Yes, that is possible. When I was your age, I was just about ready to take on my first apprentice. In hindsight, perhaps I should have waited a few more years. I was arrogant, my confidence bolstered by my youth.
It is so hard to imagine seeing you now.
Oh, I've had some 2 decades or so to grow mellow. Believe me, back then I was quite prickly.
So you are like a fine wine, yes? Losing the raw edges over time.
I suppose there is some truth to that analogy, but dear Maker, I do hate being compared to wine. Or cheese. Especially cheese.
What would you like? As you say.
Yes? What are you doing here? Brother Genitivi? Why? His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared. Well, they haven't returned, and they sent no word either. I don't know. After what happened to Genetivi, can you blame me for thinking the same thing could happen to the Knights? Perhaps I am just a pessimist. I hope I am wrong. Now, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now. So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Kallenhard, investigating something in that area. I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn. Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts. No, I didn't. Everything pointed to the same place. You're wasting time. If you insist on going after Brother Genetivi, you should leave as soon as possible. I mean, well, you seemed so earnest. If anyone is to find him, they should do it sooner rather than later. Follow in Genetivi's footsteps if you must, but be careful.
Dwarven craft. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
It must be a wonderful thing to be able to weave spells.
Wonderful. To you, perhaps. Most do not feel the same way.
Oh, what do they know? They're just jealous. The Maker gives you magic. You must use it. You do it so effortlessly. It's like breathing for you. I wish I had such talent.
But you do. You have your music, your dances. You are more graceful than anyone I've ever met. I think that perhaps the Maker gives us all magic, but of different sorts.
I never thought of it that way. I suppose we all have our little gifts. Back in Orlais, I knew a noble lady who was like most of the other noble ladies, fair of face and slow of wit. Anyway, Katerina had the most uncanny ability to tie knots in the stems of cherries using only her tongue. It was very impressive. The men especially loved watching her.
Yes, that's exactly the sort of Maker-given magic I was talking about.
Impossible.
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today? Brother Jin... no. No, of course not. I've never heard of him. I know everyone staying at my inn, and I've not heard of this person. Why would I be nervous? Listen, the person you're looking for isn't here. You should be on your way as soon as possible. They're watching me. I can't speak openly. Don't look around and keep your voice down. They're looking for anyone asking for this Brother Genitivi. They told me to act like nothing's wrong and just deny ever having seen the brother or the knights. What can you do? I do what they want because they'll hurt my family. I have no choice. You should be on your guard and leave quickly. I don't know what happened to the knights, but I doubt it was anything good. Goodbye, and make her turn his gaze on you.
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
More enemies dashing in.
I suppose violence. Sometimes, let's make this quick.
Begun. Shall be done. Very well. As you say, begun. Shall be done.
Make her rest the souls of all, Templar and Mage, who gave their lives defending the Circle. May they find peace at last. Make her rest the souls of all, Templar and Mage, who gave...
Do you think the tower is ever going to get back to what it was, Wynne?
I don't know. A great number of people died. It will be difficult to imagine rebuilding, with that cloud hanging over everything for many years to come.
Do you think you'll be there? To help rebuild, I mean, once this is all over with?
I cannot say. Even if I survive this blight, I am a very old woman, Alistair.
Why? Because of some grey hair? You are a formidable woman, Wynne. You could see that it happens.
I think you overestimate the number of years I have left. But perhaps you are right. Or perhaps the memories of what happened there will be too strong for me to face.
I have a hard time believing that.
Well, it's good to have someone that believes in me so. Now, if I could only feel the same way myself, that would be something.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
You're back? I'm glad you are alive, of course. My brothers died in the service of Andraste. May she draw their souls to her and cast yours into oblivion. For Andraste!
How we do battle. Our skill has won the day.
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here. What do you want? Ask and be on your way. Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home. We keep to ourselves. We see no need to announce our presence to the world. It's more peaceful that way. Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide.
Revered father? I've never heard of this.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition. Our ways are not the ways of the lowland cities. The urn is nothing but a legend. I do not know who Brother Genitive is or what he says. However, I'm sure people can convince themselves of anything. No. We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo. You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
Did it just get a lot colder, or is it just me?
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Were you up, were you down? Chasing rabbits round the town. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within. A mossy stone, a finger bone. No one knows but Lynn alone. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within. Who are you? You shouldn't be here. I asked you first. Lowlanders don't belong here. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Haven is Haven, but I have a secret. Do you want to see? Over by the mountain. It's lucky. I keep it with me. Don't tell anyone, all right?
Alistair, what's this?
It's a sock?
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you? Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry, the men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
You're going to put it on? It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
What hideous habits you've picked up.
Finished.
We have nothing you'd want. Please go.
Who are you? You're not from Haven. How would you describe the place you know only as home? I don't have much, but I suppose you can take a look.
Task is finished. It is over.
I was not expecting to find something so unsettling.
Used for food preparation, perhaps? I'm just trying to be optimistic. The other explanation is slightly more disturbing.
This village is not quite what it seems, is it?
What? Now. More enemies ahead. Very well. It's begun. I shall do it.
You should run while you can!
It's begun. As you say. I shall do it. Very well. I shall do it. Shall
camp here.
At your service.
Very well. More enemies ahead, as you say. No quarter shall be given. Shall be done. I shall do it. As you say.
Make a preserver.
Very well. It has begun. I am done. The task is finished. It shall be done. Get off! We must not exhaust our supplies. As you say, I shall do it. As you say. Very well. It's begun.
It sounds like they are singing the chant in there. Maybe we should have a look.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her... Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far? This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. He will tell others of us if we let him. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance. We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
More enemies ahead. I shall do it. Shall we? Very well. Begun. Shall be done.
Let's make this quick.
We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
Let's grab some glory.
is over.
Who are you? They've sent you to finish it. You don't know how glad I am to see someone who isn't from this village. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
I can set the leg and ease some of the pain, but he'll need a lot of rest in order to heal.
I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain. My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Eirik wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it. Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you. It is not that far, and will you let me lean on you? For the urn, any pain is worth enduring. All right. What is on your mind? Yes, of course. How could I forget? Eirik said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men. There's nothing I can do but pray those men have found peace. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we? Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. I do not know. When the chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the chantry and so have no knowledge of the chantry's rules. They call themselves the disciples of Andraste. They are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she was still alive. I'm old enough to know that anything is possible, child. Was there something else you wanted to discuss? They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that. How do you know? An imposter? What happened to the real Waylon? Oh, poor Waylon. I should never have dragged you into this. Make us take you into his hands, my boy. He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say? All right. What is on your mind? Cure Arl Eamon. Is the Arl sick? What happened? Logain? Why? Oh, I have been so occupied with the urn. I've missed so much. I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so. Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Arl is better. So run along and get that medallion, then. Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you. Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down. Here we are. Give me the medallion, and let's see if I remember. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way. Now, where does this go? Seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain. I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings. I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go. I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the urn. It was designed to protect the urn from those who would steal it or do harm to it. Namely, the Tevinter Imperium. I'm not sure. The legends were never very specific on that point. Only the faithful shall lay eyes on the sacred ashes. Death and misfortune await the unbeliever. The Maker's gaze has fallen on Andraste's final resting place. He weeps for his beloved, and his wrath at her betrayers endures. That is what the legend says, and the Maker may indeed watch this place. Read between the lines, however, and you'll understand that it is merely a simple truth draped in hyperbole and metaphor. After all, no one wants to hear, Willie toiled for many a year to perfect the curious mechanisms that would send a sharpened spike up the arse of the unwary intruder. I think my decision to stay here was the best one, don't you? I'll be right here if you need me. Now I need something to write on.
I can't believe all this is still standing. This temple must be thousands of years old.
We are not alone. Really not alone.
Shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. It's begun. Think again. Finished. We must not exhaust our supplies. As you said, it shall be done. It has begun. I shall do it. Very well. It has begun. It shall be done. As you said. Very well. It is begun. Enemies approaching. As you said. Very well. It is begun. It shall be done.
Let's end this!
Our skill has won the day.
Oh, great. No wonder the stop for lunch, too.
It's begun. Shall we? Very well.
Watch out!
Look there, a cunning trap.
We are not alone.
Really not alone. As you say. It is begun. Very well. I shall do it. It shall be done. It is begun. As you say. Very well. I shall do it. It is begun. I must. Very well.
Make a preserver!
It shall be done. Very well. It's begun. I shall do it. It's begun. Very well. As you say. It shall be done.
A bit more dying, please.
Let's make this quick!
It's begun. As you say. Very well. It is over.
We might want to look softly.
Very well. It shall be done. As you say. It's begun. It shall be done.
It is done!
Very well. I shall do it. As you say. It is begun. Shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun. As you say. Very well. Shall be done.
You're back. Have you reached the urn? I'm glad to see you are safe. Are there many of them? I think so. I haven't seen sign of anyone. You must be keeping them busy. If I hear anything strange, I'll be sure to hide. Oh, did you discover something fascinating within the temple? All right then, good luck.
I am done. What now? The task is finished. Finished. I shall do it. Very well. It's begun. I shall do it. It shall be done. Very well.
We are not alone.
Really not alone. Look there, a cunning trap. It's a trap. Look there, a cunning trap.
Here comes trouble!
Another point. Very well. As you say. Yes! I shall do it. It shall be done. Very well. It is begun. It shall be done. I shall do it. It is begun. Very well. As you say. It is begun.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes.
All right. You're ordered, Dad. As you said. I shall do it. Very well. It is begun. As you said. I shall do it. It shall be done. It is begun.
Enemy ahead. Watch out.
I shall do it.
Here comes trouble!
Begun. It's a trap. Very well. It shall be done. As As you said. I shall do it. As you said. Very well. Shall be done. It is begun. As you said. Shall be done.
They say that Argon Asterion heard the voice of the Maker as Andraste was burning, and this is why he chose to end her suffering. Enemy ahead. Watch out.
Away with you! Begun. These things can have unusual powers. Beware. It's begun. I shall do it. Most excellent! As you say. It's begun. I'm done.
More enemies ahead.
It shall be done. Very well. I shall do it. As you say. Begun. I shall do it. Very well. It shall be done. Very well. As you say.
That's Mathrath, Andraste's husband, and the one who betrayed her to the Imperium.